York and Salisbury fight for possession as Larry Cornish now controls it, pushing it upfield for the.
It can be a little slippery, so if there's a ball that might go into the goalie's hands, it might slip off them. He might miss it.
Tanner East again. Early in this game we've already called his name a handful of times. Now that he's centered on that far side, looking for a cross.
Crompton just got there too.
Yep, cross towards the box. This one right outside the box.
So he's trying to set up for a long kick, and it's blocked.
That was low. He probably wanted to get that a little higher. Now headed just wide right of the.
Salisbury.
Yes, because you ultimately want to have control of this game, and it seems like teams are trying to intend for Jake Perry, but York was right there to deflect it. Now back to Salisbury. What's your thoughts on the first 10 minutes of action we've seen so far?
Well, like I said, and a good attempt there by Patrick Ward, and as York's moved it down the field. And great slide tackle by Portman there.
Just wide of the box. Shot towards the net, and Mike Schmidt with ball in the box, but taken away as Becker heads it towards the box, and now Tanner East controls it. Yet again, ball's headed towards mid, pushing it now towards Chris Weaver, who has control over it towards the middle of the field. Now along that.
Phil's defense was right there.
As now Tanner East now puts it up field. As York now gains control of it.
Whichever Seagull player has it, and that's huge. And that nice slide tackle again by Portman. He's had like 2 or 3 this game.
Yes, which is huge.
And another one there too.
Yes, he's making contact and is pushing it upfield. Larry Cornish. And Portman just couldn't control it. Now Salisbury has to get back fast because, as we've seen, as we have about 20 minutes left to play, headed into the box, saved, and it's a York.
He didn't want, and it just glanced off Staley's gloves there, and
as there's a foul again.
Yeah.
As York now rebounds, but Salisbury's fighting back and pushing it now upfield.
In the box.
Yep.
Very questionable, because everybody was outside the box, and
upfield, trying to create another opportunity here. We are just deflected by. Now Salisbury not agree with that call at all. That's on the attack here, pushing up towards midfield. A misjudgment there, but
on the tackle by Portman there.
Now a little give and go option. Nice footwork there for the Seagulls. I was just saying that would have been a foul in the first half. But now Salisbury.
They got to find a new approach. You ride with your best player, Tanner.
Or Becker, one of the two. Now Salisbury has it at midfield, where Portman there is trying to get some speed.
SU Seagulls.
As a little deflection there, and the York player.
See if he gives him a card there. It looked to be inadvertent. The guy slipped, and he just.
And centered into the box again.
And Portman tried to head it out.
Sharp, who assisted on the goal for Salisbury, throws it in to Portman, who is now back to Westbrook, who sends it upfield into Portman, who looks to create an opportunity here for his team. But again, York's on the attack, but Salisbury's right there as Perry pushes it upfield. As Chris Weaver gets a yellow card, which is his second of the game, which
so
is
he's
also
out of the game.
Playing a man down, playing good defense on that attempt. As Salisbury looks to win this battle at midfield and rolls it here as he crosses it towards the middle of the field. And now it just seems like York is centered towards the box and wide, and there's another whistle. And they are up 2-1.
And Portman Sky for that.
York pushes it back up midfield. And now Salisbury pushing it to Jeff Bryans on this close box and deflected out.
And like Portman just whiffed on that one. Sure that Green didn't get to it.
As now Aridi comes for the ball as Matt Green fights but gets taken away by a York player.
And the York sideline's looking
Adam Quigley comes into the game.
For Portman, who gets much needed rest.
Yes, and has played a phenomenal game, to say the least.
And, you know, getting back to...
But can't control it. Perry and Quigley head it to Fowler. That size, that really helps, you know, Stanley be able to do that on the, you know... And here's the kick from the corner. And corner for York has been very animated here today for York. He is the coach. Defender looking to set something up.
And Portman does a great job of eluding the slide tackle.
A little shove, but no call there. Yeah.
They're just not going to call as many fouls or any such calls.
That, you know, it could be 4-1 because Salisbury had a goal
wiped
called
out
off,
in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half on all sides.
Very questionable offsides call.